Hi everyone, this is Monica with Advice to Think Twice. I hope everyone's doing really well. I'm here today with Stormy Grace, and we have your October 2016 Love, Tarot, and Astrology forecasts. So you're going to see Stormy's horoscopes in the first part of the video, and then you're going to see the tarot reading for each sign. So hopefully everyone has a great month and enjoy your forecasts for October 2016. Take care.
Hey guys, it's me, Stormy, and here is your love only horoscope for October 2016. Now, as we start off the month, we have a lot of beautiful Venus Scorpio energy still rolling around, getting us pumping, getting us passionate, getting us creative, and that can be pointed directly at your love life, but you can also point it at your money or your career or a project or anything else that you're working on. But when we get to October 18th, Venus is going to scooch her way over into Sagittarius. Now, Sagittarius is one of our most adventurous signs. It is our adventure, right? And they don't just want a little adventure. They want to do something different. They want to go further. They want to get new information. They want to try new, expansive, energetic things, and that's exactly what the opportunity of your love life has to look like. Maybe you want to go someplace different. If you're single, maybe you want to start going different places to meet people, or if you are coupled up, or maybe you are just in such a romantic, happy place on your own that you and a group of friends decide you want to do something and you go someplace expansive, different, maybe someplace faithful, or someplace that just challenges the perspective that you've had. And it's almost like you want a broader picture of what's going on. And this is all to your benefit, because when we get new places, we can meet new faces, and that leads us to a potential for new relationships. Now, while that's all well and good, I love that. I think we're going to play. I think it's very positive. Faithful energy. When we get between the 24th of October and the 29th, things could get a little bit tricky. We're going to hit a little bit of an October roller coaster. Right here, when we get to seeing the beginning of this energy, Venus is going to come into a square with Neptune. This is important because I love the Bobbsey twins together. I love Venus and Neptune together. They love love. They both are just so sensual, but this square energy makes them a little bit too dreamy. It's almost like a place of delusion or deception, something like that. Something is not completely clear. Now hold on, enjoy the ride, try and stick through it, don't lose your head or anything like that. Just walk gently, smile big, and pay attention to the information that's being presented to you, okay? Now on the 26th, it's okay because Venus and Jupiter come together in an energy that makes it go okay. Regardless of what's just happened or what energy or information or whatever's coming up for me, there's still hope here, right? All is not lost. I want you to keep that date in mind, because whatever is happening, you have to know that the universe has got your back, right? Then when we get to the 29th, this is how we end the month of October, and I think it is on a more serious but beautifully mature energy. Venus is going to come into a connection with Saturn that demands a spiritual maturity here. It demands we spiritually answer some questions about this romantic side of our lives, as well as something connected to partnership and money. So I think you have to be understanding that in this linkage and in this energy, Venus and Saturn, as they come together, are trying to help squeeze you into the best position for yourself, help the BS fall from you so that you can move forward in a way that you can have something real in your life, so you can have real intimacy, so that you can have real relationships, and so that you can have something you don't have to keep wondering if and when it's going to work out. All right, if you want to see what that month is going to look like, you just stay tuned, because I've got more forecasts coming up. Hi Cancer, so this month I know so many of you have been like, ugh, love life on hold, I'm trying to go another direction, and that's fine. You have the support of the universe to 100% do that. For those of you who are ready for something else, I can tell you that if you're single, you've got some really powerful days in the beginning of the month to really allow Venus to do some delicious romancing of your romance sectors. This is a time in the beginning of the month when you could meet somebody who just really really captures you. And that's fun and that's exciting, and it might even be a little bit unexpected. Specifically, I think when we look at the dates in the beginning half of the month, we see Venus come into a really delicious combination with Pluto. This is fantastic because this is a deep, intense kind of link. So you could intensely be liking somebody. At the same time, I think you have to keep in mind, Cancer, sometimes Venus and Pluto come together and you meet somebody and you intensely dislike them, only later to find out that you like them a little bit more than you were ready to give them credit for. Now, after October 18th, be mindful of what's happening for you in the work and play zone, Cancer. Okay, pay attention. I'm saying if you meet somebody at an event, a volunteer event, an office party, a social event, or something like that, be sure that this is the person that you feel like it's best to move forward with, because sometimes what happens is we think this is a good idea right now and it turns out to not be the best idea later. So just be mindful of eating where you also work. You know what I'm saying? Now, I will tell you this. As we get towards the end of the month, I think see things getting to take a very serious, weighty turn for you. Where it's like if you're married, you could find yourself fighting a little bit more. If you're coupled up, you could find the energy just really pushing you to mature. But in order to get to that maturity, you have to squeeze out of one version of what this romantic space of your life has been like and transform it quite to another. So you could really find that. If you're single, I think that you could feel some internal conflict going on over this area of your life. Or maybe the internal conflict is that you have no conflict and you're trying to figure out why. Don't worry, it's okay to be busy with other things, okay? It's fortunate sometimes to not have our love lives on our mind. So I hope whatever happens for you this month, Cancer, you have a really beautiful time. Bye, guys.
Hi, Cancer, and welcome to your October 2016 Love Tarot forecast. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So thank you for being here, and as always, please keep in mind that these are general readings, so they're not going to apply to everybody watching or not in the same way. You can watch your Moon and Rising sign readings for additional messages, or of course get a private reading, and you can find that information down below. But for the time being, do try to keep an open mind and take away the messages that do resonate with you in this general reading. Okay, so Cancer, let's have a look. You have two major arcana cards in your reading, and they're strong major arcana cards. Okay, they're positive major arcana cards for the most part, I feel. So let's just go through the cards, see what we get. Your overall energy of the month is the Nine of Wands. With the Nine of Wands, what I feel is for some of you in existing relationships, this talks about just breaking away from the world. This talks about just isolating yourselves, just spending time, the two of you, keeping everyone at a distance this month, just focusing on your relationship and helping it, making it grow, nurturing your relationship. And that's awesome. For others of you, I feel like if you're single with the Nine of Wands, this talks about don't give up on love. Okay, you're almost at the point where you're going to get everything you ever wanted. Everything that you went through, everything that has led you to putting your walls up and keeping your guard up for so long, that will be rewarded. It will pay off, okay? So this is just saying don't stop what you're doing. Don't lower your standards. Don't feel like you have to settle. Don't compromise yourself. This just says keep doing what you're doing. This is the month where you're going to cross that finish line and release this difficult situation or this difficult time in your life, and embrace something new and beautiful, okay? And the Nine of Wands can also represent looking at where your guard is up this month, and maybe it shouldn't be up. So maybe you need to open up more in a relationship, or maybe you need to put in a bit more effort, try to match your partner's efforts, or if this is someone new trying to get to know you better, this is just saying give people a chance, okay? Listen to your gut always, but give people a chance. If you feel like, you want to get to know them better, then don't hold yourself back. And also, try to match their efforts. Like I say, if they are trying to get to know you better and they're telling you things about themselves, tell them some stuff back, some stuff that you're comfortable with about yourself, but try to share and just keep up with them, okay, for lack of a better word. And the four cards that you have representing, you could look at this in terms of the first week, the second week, the third, and the fourth, or you could look at this in terms of this is the main energy. These are the main energies that you're dealing with throughout the month, okay? So let's just have a look. The first card that we have is the Ace of Cups, and this is awesome, okay? This is true love. This is the love of a lifetime, okay? The chance of a lifetime. With the Ace of Cups, what I'm getting is someone new coming into your life, potentially a water sign or a fire sign. Water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And fire signs are Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Now, with the Ace of Cups, this is beautiful because this is true love. This is bringing you peace. This is bringing you harmony. This is bringing you inner calm. This person is also someone who's very emotional, very caring, very romantic, very spiritual as well. So I feel like you have a lot in common with this person. And if this is the case, if you're meeting someone new right in the first week of the month, this is just saying lower your guard and give them a proper chance. Because if you don't, they're going to see that and they're going to think that you're not interested and walk away, okay? In existing relationships, the Ace of Cups is beautiful. For some of you, it does talk about pregnancy, okay? For others, it talks about a new home, moving to a new home, or moving in together. It could also represent a wedding, and maybe, you have your wedding and then you have your honeymoon with the Nine of Wands in terms of isolating yourself from the world. It could be something like that as well. And it could also be focusing on your emotional connection or putting that back on the priority list, okay? And just experiencing a lot of emotional connection and you know what I mean. Reconnecting with each other emotionally, mentally, spending time together, focusing on everything you have in common, focusing on how much you've grown, okay, in this relationship. And it's just a beautiful feeling of just feeling safe and secure and comfortable and loved and protected in your existing relationship, okay? And it could definitely be, marriage proposals happening for some of you in the first week. You could be doing the proposing, or definitely your partner is doing the proposing for some of you. Around the second week, let's say, okay, we have the Strength card, and this is a major arcana card. So the Strength card for some of you talks about controlling yourselves and holding yourselves back, tempering yourselves. Okay, this is controlling your emotions, controlling your impulses, trying to keep your head clear, trying to hold yourself back, okay? And maybe that's why the Nine of Wands shows up for you as your overall energy, to tell you not to do that. This tells you, try to take it one day at a time, but try to lower your guard if you feel that you should. Listen to your intuition, listen to your gut instinct, okay? Because if you hold yourself back, some people can look at that and think you're not interested and walk away. The Strength card can be a Leo person. So maybe around the second week, you're meeting a Leo. If you're single and you've been having your guard up, so maybe around the second week you meet this Leo person. And I feel like this is someone who just wants to spend time with you, wants to enjoy themselves, wants to just try new things every day, try fun stuff all the time, and have fun conversations. So I feel like, this is the kind of energy that would do you a lot of good, because, laughing is very healing, definitely, and just enjoying yourself and having fun. It's a great way to get to know a person. Let's see what else we're getting. With the Strength card, for some of you, I feel like this could be someone approaching you, maybe someone who's wronged you, or someone who owes you an apology or something like that. And with the Nine of Wands, you're kind of keeping them at a distance. You're not giving them a chance to express what they have to say. Obviously, you do what's best for you. If you feel like that's the right thing for you to do, obviously do that. But for the most part, I would say try to listen to your intuition, and perhaps be careful of ego with the Strength card. Okay, if your ego is the only thing that is keeping your guard up and not allowing that person to speak to you, then once again, maybe look at it. Maybe, make sure that you're not making the wrong choice by doing that. But for some of you, this could also talk about kind of feeling on the outside, feeling left on the outside. And with the Strength card, just keeping your head high and keeping your focus on other things and keeping yourself busy. It could represent that as well. With the Strength card, it could also represent, just not being interested in love at this time, not focusing on love at this time. You've got so much else to do, and so you're kind of keeping people at a distance. It could be that as well. So around the third week, let's say, we have the Hermit, and this is your second major arcana card in the reading. So the Hermit is also a card that talks about isolating yourself, and this is by choice. You willingly separate yourself from the world. You willingly take a step back from distractions, from other people, from whatever other situations are going on, and you're just doing soul searching, or this is research, or this is you focusing very strongly on something that is very important to you at this time that may not be necessarily love, okay, or love life. For those of you, this is a Virgo person trying to get close to you. I feel like this is someone who's doing some kind of research on you, you know, trying to get to know you better before they approach you. So they could be looking at your Facebook profile, that could be looking at you know, talking to your friends, trying to get more information about you, trying to get to know you better really before they approach you. And this is an earth sign, so they like to take their time and just be sure of what they're doing before they actually go ahead and do it. So that could be what could be going on for some of you, okay, around the third week. For others, I do feel like this is in an existing relationship where it could be that there is some separation happening, temporary separation. You know, maybe you or your partner need to travel for work or previous responsibilities, okay, prior commitments that were made. And so you kind of have to keep yourself busy with something else because they're not there. It could be something like that for some of you. And for others, I feel like I say, for some of you who are single, you're happy to be single at this time. You're just focused on different things. For others, you could be researching an earth sign, potentially, you know, a Virgo, trying to figure out what makes them tick, trying to figure out what the best way is to approach them, or even if you want to approach them. Once again, I feel like with the Nine of Wands, a lot of you have been burnt in the past, and so you're really, really cautious right now as to who you allow into your life. And, you know, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Just make sure that you don't go overboard with that kind of attitude, because you could be kind of closing yourself off to some really good opportunities this month. Towards the end of the month, we have the Seven of Cups. So with the Seven of Cups, I feel like with the Seven of Cups, what I'm getting is it could be some sort of event that you're invited to that you may not really want to go to. However, again, listen to your intuition and you do what's best for you. But I feel like it would be a good idea for you to attend this event, because I feel like there would be a lot of options for you there. And I feel like a water sign would stand out for you. And this again is a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. And I feel like there's something about them. It feels, you know, they feel familiar and they make you want to get to know them better, is what I'm getting, okay, with the Seven of Cups. For those of you, the Seven of Cups can represent living in a bit of a fantasy world. And I do feel like this is to do with you keeping your guard up all the time and being too strict as to who talks to you, who approaches you in a love sense. And the Seven of Cups is really asking you to try to refocus, try to get some perspective on the situation, because you may not see things clearly at this time. And once again, you may have your guard up at times and with people who you may not need to have your guard up with, okay, is basically what they're saying. So try to focus and see the situation from different points of view, and just be sure that if you want to keep someone out or not give them a chance, that's the right thing for you to do, okay? Make sure that you know what you're doing when you're doing that, okay? But the Seven of Cups does say, you know, you have your pick. So you could be going to some sort of party or some sort of event where you pretty much have your pick. And you can just enjoy yourself, mingle, you know, you could be doing some dancing, you could be doing a lot of talking. And with the Nine of Wands, I feel like, you know, this is you keeping everything to a high standard, and this is you really being discerning as to who you allow to come into your life and who you allow to look at you in a romantic sense, okay, or who you allow yourself to look at in a romantic sense, okay, towards the end of the month. And it could definitely be, you know, taking a trip and just being in your own little fantasy world, okay, if you're in an existing relationship for some of you. Your overall guidance for the month is the True Love card, and this is beautiful. Okay, I'm just going to hold it up for you to have a look at it. It's a gorgeous card. They're all gorgeous cards. And this says, this love is once in a lifetime. Okay, this love is a once in a lifetime love. So you could definitely meet someone this month who is the love of a lifetime. Okay, so they're saying, try to lower your guard when you feel like you should. Your instinct is going to tell you, your intuition is going to tell you when you need to let someone in, when you need to give someone a proper chance. But you definitely have, you know, the True Love card and the Ace of Cups card, so definitely true love on the table for you this month. reconnecting with your partner on an emotional level, on all levels really, feeling like you have true love in your life, okay, or the potential to have true love in your life is what you're looking at this month. Just try to keep that, in the back of your head, and if you feel yourself being too strict or too limiting, try to loosen up a little bit, try to give people a chance, try to give yourself a chance when it comes to love and how you approach love, okay? Because there's definitely a lot of amazing potential for you this month. So overall, it looks like a good month, okay? Hopefully this makes sense and hopefully it helps. Thank you very much for being here, and hope you have a great month. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.